universities across Chittagong. It's a real delight to work with our colleague universities from across our city and with other organisations. The fourth industrial revolution, this is a phrase that has been around now for some years. This revolution has awesome implications. It's opening up the potential for people to design and re-engineer the world.
Company in the world, they don't own any content. Alibaba, nothing in their inventory. Airbnb, the largest hotel chain, not even a single property. So something interesting is going on. And that's why we say the traditional structure of the business is being disrupted.
Bangladesh, Bhutan, Nepal, elsewhere, you have your American background. And what have you picked up about cultural differences in leadership styles and how to work with those to optimize the position you're in?
Yeah, I think we definitely see a lot of differences in the way people lead, and I felt strongly about trying to help my staff in a lot of different countries try to figure out the best way for them that makes sense for them. Because oftentimes we feel that we are meant to kind of fit a certain, maybe look a certain way, speak a certain way, be, like I said, be decisive, that that's what a leader should be, or that's how to advance, right? And I feel that it's most important to find the way that feels organic for you to advance in your career, in potentially a leadership position. Sometimes a following position is a good way to learn. So I think that's something that I've worked with a lot of my staff and teams over the years, and then I learned from also watching other managers, directors, and I cover now 3 countries, and we've got have around 100 people in these 3 offices that don't all report to me, but it's within my purview. So it's not as big as someone like Tanvir here who has thousands and thousands. But I feel that I have grown a lot as a leader. I've been a formal manager, let's say, for the last 7, 8 years. And I think one of the things that has changed for me in the way I meet people is being a lot more flexible. I think when you first become into any sort of leadership situation, you feel like you really need to be decisive. That was one of the things Kazri said, or David said, you have to be decisive, which I agree with. You do have to be decisive, but actually you need to be also adaptive, right? You have to be able to listen to people. And I have managed most of my staff that I am a manager for, or that is in my purview, is not the same nationality or the same background as myself. And I think this is a very important aspect to consider, that I need to be probably a bit more open to listening verbally, but maybe watching and paying attention in order to be able to get the kind of feedback and gather information and to learn more from the teams that I'm working with. And, I am from the United States. I have lived overseas for almost 20 years, but I'm still American at heart. So I'm the kind of person that says what I think, and I kind of think, if I ask you what you think, you're supposed to tell me what you think, right? It's supposed to happen. But now I think I've learned, even though theoretically I knew that wasn't the case when I started, when I left the U.S. 20 years ago, now I think I've very much learned how to adapt my own behaviors so that I am more able to actually get feedback from other people. And
organizational structure. You're right.
Our idea is to give attention to the food wastage of SDG 12.3, which is a major problem got unchecked. About 115 kilogram of food is wasted by a citizen of Europe or America. So, we came up with our project, Master Grocer 101 with SDG 12. Thank you, my teammates will continue.
Our project is to build a system between production and consumption with an artificial intelligence based device which is targeted to reduce food wastage. The goals and objective of our project is to minimize food waste, correlate between production and consumption, and it will create stability in production cost. Thank you. My teammate will continue on by the next slide.
Thank you. Well, we all know that a grocery is supposed to sell things, right? So why are we calling this device a master grocer? Well, let me explain the device prototype and you'll see the reason why. This device basically consists of 4 parts. Number 1, artificial intelligence-based food analysis engine. This part will have volume sensor. Number 2, data storage to scan the food and
Technical team to for the development of our device, and nextly the manufacturer retailer, and number 3 the workplace where we will deal with the business patterns, and our 4 business strategy we need to boost our business. My teammates will continue.
Thank you. Thank you. And challenges of our project. Efficiency of the device. The device will just give you an assumption of the demand, just an assumption. So here efficiency will have an impact. Again, implementing Industry 4.0. Industry 4.0 needs huge investment, so it can create economic cost problem. And secondly, it is not suitable for underdeveloped countries because the infrastructure for Industry 4.0 is not.
Now we're from Myanmar. Okay. So our main project title is Miss Reusable Cloth Pits. Why this one? Because we, as a women, we know how much waste we produce monthly, and we will cover these key discussion points throughout our presentation. And Miss Reusable Pads in a nutshell. Basically, we'll be talking about the use of reusable pads instead of plastic sanitary pads that most of the women use at the present time. And it can last for 5 years and more than 5 years. So that means that it is very much environmental friendly. And it can also offer various offerings like job opportunities to the women. And coming to the efficiency, women, they can...
Hundreds of lives right here in Chittagong and Bangladesh and all over the country is just suffering from this disease. So yes, in complying with SDG 12 and of which we will comply by SDG 13, we have designed our project which is nature friendly, mosquito repellent. So here comes our project overview, that is multi-cheaper appliance, ensures the best use of simply gettable raw materials, benefits mankind as well as nature, ensures responsible production for the world, which is the basic goal of SDG 12. And initially we hope to achieve a cash inflow of 2 lakhs and a surplus of 50,000 from the basic overview or implementation of our project. So yes, here comes the next one. That's all now.
Okay, thank you.
Much used to it that if you even say like we will ban plastic, then our life will be like very difficult because now we are so used to that we cannot think our life except plastic. So what we can do.
While our vision is to go for empowerment, while through engagements contributing towards the SDGs. Okay, so we have a twofold action plan which involves the collection procedure and then we go for the upcycling. Okay, so the problem in the traditional waste management system is the unsynchronized collection of waste from dumpsters and lack of awareness of the general public towards waste management. So before we go with the upcycling, let's see how we collect the waste. So overflow takes place in the dumpster, it is maximum limit. As a result, the waste goes on into the street. So in order to mitigate that, we introduce a volume tracker which will be placed inside the dumpsters such that it will track the filling rates and upon reaching a maximum limit, a notification is sent to a cloud-based server. Likewise, all the dumpsters in a particular area will be notified simultaneously, and upon collection of the data, it will pass to a priority-based algorithm which provides the shortest route for the collection of the waste. Likewise, this route is then redirected directly to the mobile application of the assigned truck driver, who then just follows the route as you can see and collects the waste likewise. So here we have collected the waste, the trash is with us. So now what? So now we introduce you our upcycling process. So in the last 10 years, the amount of carbon dioxide emission in our country has increased by 19.85 times. That's a huge number, right? So by the implementation of LIP, within the next 10 years, we can reduce that by 5.67 times. Let's see how we can do that. Alright, so in the traditional waste management system, a bottle takes, a regular bottle takes 1,000 years to decompose. And also recycling mechanisms are really expensive products which can be used by everyone and is safe for use for all kinds of perspective. So through this we introduce plants and potteries, and these plastic products, as you can see from here, this is one of our prototypes. So we make this, we will be planting plants inside them so we can make a greater impact towards the environment while upholding our cultural heritage. So this is one of our products which we have made. It is made from only 16 bottles of plastic. Okay, so how you use our application? So we have launched a beta version of our application. So the user just logs into the application and they can select from a wide variety of options of what they want. And they can also customize their own products depending on their needs. And through this we're also working towards employment, that we're encouraging artists and we're onboarding them through the app itself. Alright, so the target market basically is anyone and everyone willing towards going for a greener tomorrow. Here are a few of our customers which we have already onboarded. Alright.
Let's talk about marketing. So we are actually going for emotional marketing, because when we talk about environment, we all get emotional, right? We want to contribute towards environment. So we'll be targeting through emotional campaigns like this. And then marketing. We'll be sponsoring cricket team in the future run, because a few days back Sri Lankan cricket team jersey was made by plastic waste. So it was really recognized all over the world. So this will help us to contribute towards society. And also there will be an awareness app which will help the youth and the generation to motivate towards dumping the waste in the right direction. And we'll go for partnership marketing as well. We'll through UNDP will reach out to the rural areas and we'll talk to them about waste management, and we'll help them to learn how to make this type of stuff, and they can make money out of that. Then here is a big idea of us, that we will be promoting a school which will be made of waste. You know, the bricks will be made of plastic bottles and they will be very compacted. So we can make a solid structure out of that. And this will be featured in National Geographic Channel, which will create an international value as well.
Alright, so we have faced a lot of challenges, but however we have gone through the mitigation process. We have gone into collaboration with City Corporation in order to get the legal guidance. Then we have also trained our workers so that they go through an efficient collection mechanism. And finally, we mitigate the public stigma that, you know, when you use reused products, it's not bad, it's even better for the environment, right? Okay, so through our process, we will be providing job opportunities to 45 million people, and we'll be especially focusing on people in the rural areas, especially women, thus going for empowerment of the women. So what we see here, what do we see? We see potential, right? We see potential. So through the process, we'll be reducing the waste collection cost as well as the carbon dioxide emission by a whopping 55%, and reducing the number of trucks used as well as the fuel consumption. So right now we are focusing on the plastic industry, but in the future we want to contribute towards the garment sector, which is an upcycling potential of what, $4 billion. Okay, so these are the brands already going for upcycling process. Okay, so we have already carried a pilot project in our university in association with IEEE department as well as OIC, and we have received a great amount of positive engagement, as you can see from here. Alright, so in order to mitigate a big problem, we need to focus on the root of the cause. So for that purpose, we will be targeting towards the schools, who are our future generation, right? So through them, we will be educating them what is biodegradable, what is non-biodegradable, and what are the products that you can recycle, and what is the difference between recycling and upcycling. Alright?
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Alright, so this is our business model. This is our stakeholder mapping. This is our financials for the next 3 years to come. Okay, so towards SDG our goal is to go for a zero waste policy, and also we will be going for a reduced carbon footprint. So we'll be ending on the note that waste is just a raw material in the wrong place. Let's turn trash into treasure.
Traits, you're going to hear successful things that leaders do. Nothing is concrete. Leadership I like to put down to 4 F's. To be a successful leader, you have to be fair.
For a long time, but not really in leadership. And I think that's an important element here, and Robin was referred to it. We won't all be leaders, necessarily be leaders, but it's really important that, especially for you when you're starting out, that you're a team player, you're part of the team. And I look at my team, I've got 270 people who work for the World Food Programme.